Up 7 and number 19, that is Wolves at the Gate and Stop the Bleeding on Real Rock Nights. Now, well, Sons on Fire. There are coming up next. So let's talk to Bill and Shay from Sons on Fire once again. Can you imagine? I'm saying once again already. This show is old enough to have repeat customers, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Bill?
What's up, buddy? It's cool to be back again.
It's nice to have you back again. And your new tune, Just a Man.
Yeah.
Now, number 18 on Foundations, and
Yeah.
still climb. This thing has no signs of stopping, man. The Darren's gritty vocals on here, and you have that rhythmic sound that's kind of reminds you of like good hard driving rock.
Yeah.
Was that your vision for this tune when you put?
Yeah, I mean, Shep, dude, everybody wants to tell you how it should be, and you should go with this first single, and you should do this and ease into it. And COVID, and people want to hear more happy stuff. So, I mean, I wanted to lead with Just a Man, and then everybody else was like, you got to start with Faded. And dude, I mean, Faded was good.
Yeah,
Just a Man kind of made it a little heavier, and I think people liked it that it was a little bit more rocking. But the new shit we just did, the new stuff that we got's even heavier, probably in the stuff you're gonna like a little bit more. We're kind of what I'm hearing back from a lot of label people, and is we're kind of pigeonholed, is they don't know how to market, or they don't know where to put us. It's like, we go after the Octanes maybe, or we go after stuff like that, but our traditional people are always going to support us. But they're like, you guys look Southern rock, but you sound rock, but then you got some heaviness, and then you got some mellow, and it's like nobody knows kind of where to put us. So our goal is to make, we're definitely getting heavier, and that's the direction. And these are actually the first couple songs that we're doing now. The new stuff is stuff where me and Darren had input, because all the other stuff was written 2 years ago by the band and the guys that were in it at the time. And me and Darren never were able to put our own spin on anything. So it was all kind of, we had to just go with the flow and play what was already there, or kind of was laid out. And we came from a heavier background, me and Darren, and that's something that we wanted to do. So the new stuff is, I don't want to say it's maybe different than what people will see. I think it's going to be a welcome change, and the guys that are looking for a little bit heavier stuff are going to get it. And I'm not saying screamo heavier stuff that Darren was doing before, but it's more mature and bigger sounding and more rock for sure. Heavier.
Now, when you talk about the kind of pigeonhole, and they don't know exactly where to put you, what are you seeing in the industry? Don't they want bands that have like multiple styles and multiple flavors, because you're going to appeal to more fans?
Yeah, that's what I would think. I've learned so much from the first single to the second single, getting more in depth with the radio people and more in depth with what the industry wants. And I don't really know it. It's kind of like back in the 80s, Shep, where everybody copied everybody else, and Rat and Dokken and Winger and Motley and Skidder, everybody's doing that same thing. I think people want the heavy verses, but they want that Architects big choruses maybe, and we were told, Faded was a little bit too light for the Octane world or stuff like that. And then Just a Man is right there. It's like, we don't know. I mean, our core, like you said, the JJO folks, 100%, all of them, the X, all these other stations that are friends of ours jump on it. And are they jumping on it because they're friends of ours? Or are they jumping on it because they like it? I think it's a little bit of both. So our friends will always be there to support what we're doing, but it's the new stations that we're trying to get in contact with that, they don't, is it too light? Is it too heavy? Are you rock? Are you Southern? We're not, we're just, it's rock, but we're going definitely back into a heavier vein again. And the people that are hearing the new stuff are liking
it. They have to be liking it, man, because like Faded, like that shot up the charts. Now Just a Man is shooting up the charts. And hey, last time I talked to you, you said that you guys had more good stuff in store, and you weren't lying, because then I heard Just a Man come out, and I was like, holy shit. So now I'm waiting to see you talking about this other stuff you're working on.
It's totally, and we had a change in the band. We replaced Chuck, wanted to do some things different, and he was one of the founders. And we've got a new guitar player, Sean Jenkins, that's with us now. And actually, we recorded 2 songs this weekend that are there's some bangers there that I think people will be surprised, but it's a welcome change because it's the first time that we've all been able to put our own input on what we're doing, as opposed to taking a song that was kind of already done and, you know, playing it the way it was. And I think it's more exciting now. People are into it, that everybody can contribute now. You know, it's a little bit different of a setting. It's a more of a positive kick in the ass now with the lineup that we have now. And finally, we're looking at dates to go out and do stuff with. So it's going to be interesting the rest of the year. And there's talk of a new record probably in January, or at least another EP in January.
January new stuff. I was gonna ask you about the things opening up and actually starting to get out. And what are your tour prospects looking like right now?
We've gotten probably 5 different offers to go out and do things, and none of them were ever right. I mean, and I not that it wasn't right. It's bands that we like, but I mean, you know, the Ingve tour, that's not really our style.
Yeah.
The Power Man 5000 tour, we could have did some stuff with that. That really why we like them. We didn't feel it was a right fit. We had another one. The one I wish we probably would have did was the Daisies tour, just because there's a history with those guys, and you can learn something from the guys that have been around. I mean, Glenn Hughes is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, you can learn stuff from those guys, and I love the song that they're doing. And I believe our radio guy Eric is I think pushing their song as well. So I wish we probably could have got on that. I think there was 2 or 3 other bands that it just didn't. It wasn't the right fit. So there was talks about some Puddle of Mud shows or Candlebox shows because we're on the same label, but that really hasn't come to fruition yet. So there's some new talks going on, like I said, in January with us doing some stuff, and we're talking to a lot of. It seems like with Faded, it made the introduction, and then Just a Man Kid maybe solidified kind of our position of what we're doing, and we have a lot more people that are talking to us or guiding us or at least giving us their input on what they think we should do. L.A. Lloyd's another big supporter, actually a huge supporter of ours. He lives by me in Austin, and he's actually kind of, you know, really mentoring or kind of looking in the next phase of what we're going to do. And it's a good spot to be in right now because you have a lot of people that are giving you honest info as opposed to just blowing smoke up your ass of what you're doing. So, I mean, and the Randy Hawks are, you know, he's always going to give us, you know, if it sucks, he's going to tell me it sucks. Just like you, if I send something to you, I think you'd be able to tell me the truth about it. And I'm like, I'd rather have that, dude. Believe me, I've been through so much shit in my life. I'd rather have somebody tell me it sucks or if it's great, but just give me a straight fucking answer so I can make a right decision.
Well, yeah, if you don't know the problem, you can't fix it.
Right.
That's the way I was.
In this industry, dude, everybody's going to kiss your ass and tell you you're so fucking great. And I don't want to. I don't need to be told I'm great. I'm well enough in my own being that I don't need. Just tell me what it is, and then I can make adjustments to that or get people in a different direction if we needed to. You know. The
hangers on and the yes men, they never fail to make me laugh, man.
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Are you serious, man? That dude sucks. You just told me he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Everybody's full of shit.
God. Bill, just gotta say, man, rock star backdrop. You look like a total rock star right now. Those glasses on, the palm trees, the pool.
It took me a while to find these glasses. I'm like, I got to find this. Next time I see Shep, I want to up the game a little bit. Last time I was like in my house, in the office, and kind of just like, now I'm like, I got to get this thing. And then I don't have my computer with me here. So I'm like, I got to figure out the Zoom shit on the phone. And I'm like, I got to do the video, man.
That was, well, and when you told me about the backdrop and we couldn't get the video going on Bill's phone. I was like, oh, dude, no, you're doing that. You got to get video.
Yeah.
So we spent 10 minutes trying to get it to
figure it out. Then I'm stupid when it comes to this technology shit. I can't do it.
Oh, dude, come on.
I would have never learned this stuff if it wasn't for COVID.
That's you nor me, man. Because there's like 3 other video chats things that people are using also.
Dude, I would have never done this if it wasn't for COVID because I had no reason to do it. I'm more in the moment, taking care of business straight face to face. And then everybody's like, you want to do a Zoom thing? I'm like, what the fuck is Zoom? How do I even get this on here?
I've always been a pre-show interview person. I love it because you get the ambiance of the things that are going on behind it. You get the fans that are showing up early for the show. And it's just a different energy. And then
Right.
the Zoom stuff, it took me, I'd say probably about 5 or 6 interviews to get
Mhm.
to the point where I didn't completely suck.
Right.
Because
You've never sucked.
I was
You've
like,
you've been the most real guy of probably anybody out there. And that's, I think, that Midwest thing, or that just being normal, dude. So many people just blow smoke up your ass and tell you things, and you've never been that way.
well, I think part of it is the way people are taught when they come
Yeah,
up is
that has a lot to do with
it's
it.
like because I mean you go through this on a weekly basis, I'm sure. The quintessential radio guy with the 20 preconceived questions, and
Yeah, it's the same
they
thing
ask
over and
one,
over.
and then wait until you get done talking. Don't even listen to what the hell you say.
Yeah,
Then
it's
ask
so
question number
scripted.
2. I
Yeah.
mean,
And
dude,
meanwhile, he's drinking his coffee, he's looking around, and he looks down at the next question. It's like he's checked out. He's just doing his job. Sounds like
what
an iHeartRadio thing.
oh my god, it's funny you say iHeartRadio, man. I took a guy that worked at an iHeartRadio station to I think it was the second to last year of Rock on the Range before they changed over to Sonic Temple. And
Hmm.
I thought I needed somebody to help me. The station was getting big enough. And
Right.
uh we got in the media tent, and it's early in the morning. Everybody's in there setting up and that stuff. And all of a sudden Lou Burtis walks in.
Yeah. Great dude.
This guy totally fangirled out. I mean, I had known Lou at that point for like 12 years.
Yeah.
And he fangirls out, and he's like, "Oh, get an autograph, get an autograph, we gotta get an autograph." It's Lou Brutus.
Right.
It's like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it was even 10 times worse when bands got in. But the thing I wanted to bring up was he was interviewing one of the new bands, and this is exactly so. Tell me, new album. Tell me about it.
Mhm. Well, that's
And
kind of like the same. And again, I think it gets to be so, he does so many of them, it just gets to be like work, like a repetition. Like he's going to ask that question about the new record, because how else would you you sit down with a new band and they got somebody, you're not going to say, so how's the kids?
well,
I
no, you're
guess it's
not going to
probably
do
the
that.
first
But I mean,
question they'll ask.
I don't know. I'm a real conversational person. It's like
Hmm.
I know
But
me.
you have no
As,
preconceived notions when you get with you. You're just, it's almost like you're talking two dudes just hanging out and talking. And
that's
some
the
guys
way.
make it a spectacle.
See, I think that's the way it should be, though.
Hmm.
I don't.
Then you'll get a real
Maybe
answer.
nothing grandiose.
Right.
And then also you got to make it interesting for the person listening. And
Hmm.
you and I have been doing this shit for so long. We know how boring it is to
Yeah.
listen to the preconceived questions, the questions that everybody's asking us. They don't want to know about that. They want about
They can flip from station to station, and you can hear the same interview and the
yeah.
same answers and the same questions. Then it comes back to the guy doing the interview. Ask him something real. Don't ask, how's the record, or what did you think about writing the record, or what were you going through at the time of the record? Tell me it's the same stuff. Ask him something stupid like, what'd you have for breakfast?
Exactly. Exactly. Or was it Lizzie Hale one time? Uh, I was interviewing her a couple years ago, and she what the hell was it? Oh, talking about her boots. She was wearing these boots with buckles like almost
Yeah.
up to the thigh. Anyway, she looked at me and she's like, "Seriously? You want to know about that?" It's like, "Well, yeah, they're
You
cool as
caught her off
hell.
guard.
Where in the hell do you get them, man?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh shit." She goes, "You're like a normal person." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, what'd you
You caught her
expect?"
off guard.
Well,
And she
yeah,
was probably already ready with the static answer back. Well, I was writing it like this and I did this, but she's a chameleon. She changes with every record. She changes her look, which is smart.
changes her look, changes the style of it, and that
Hmm.
because I mean there is the like hard gritty stuff, and then
Yep.
the kind of like soulful stuff.
Yep.
It's kind of it's a really nice change of pace. That's why like earlier when I was saying that uh, uh, you had all these industry people like saying, well, we don't know if Sons of Fire fits here or here or here.
Hmm.
uh, See, I personally, as a fan and a listener, I like to hear the bands that I go to see and that I listen to be able to do different styles.
Diversity is good. And I mean, and if you're going to get diverse, I mean, if you take us and you dissect all five guys, you're not going to get the same influence from any of us. And that's what's kind of cool, because you would expect something from Darren, who's a real heavy singer, to be, you know, Lamb of God or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you ask him, he's like, dude, I'm listening to, you know, 50s and 60s, or, you know, the Doors, or, you know, whatever. It's not the way he looks. So, and Trevor's, you know, the Southern rock guy, and Johnny's more, you know, Rush and Tool and progressive stuff. Sean comes from a heavy background too.
Okay.
And I'm kind of old Motley, Van Halen, stuff like that. So it's all different, but it's cool to come together to finally write songs with all these different influences that we can actually see now. Because before, like I said, they were already written, and everybody was like, this is how the song goes, and we played it. But these new songs are the first time where you're getting 5 distinct different people with influences on a song. And then yesterday was the first time we've recorded them a couple times, but we never actually did any listen or playback to them.
Okay.
So before I left, we actually did the playback, and I was like, dude, it doesn't sound the way in my headphones as I was playing it. I never heard it all together. I mean, when you're in the headphones and you're hitting cymbals, I mean, you can't see or hear how distinct some of those notes are that you're playing. But then when you're hearing the playback, you're like, wow, that is kind of, it's a much better tune when you're actually sitting in the room and then it's coming through the speakers and people can hear it, as opposed to when you're recording it. You can't grasp how much different it is.
Now, do you notice with you guys actually writing your stuff now all together, do you notice more of a cohesiveness in the band?
Oh yeah. Even with Sean's only been with us a little bit, and him and Trevor are tight. I mean, if Trevor spits, Sean's there with the spit cup to catch it. I mean, these guys are they're like together in harmony leads, like something that Avenged Sevenfold-y kind of harmony leads, where these guys it's like they've been playing for a long time.
Oh, really?
We just kind of sit there and we laugh at each other, like, where the fuck? How did these guys get to be so tight, so fast, so soon? And there's a lot more positivity now. There's no drama, no. Everything was a question before. It was like
there was
kind of.
What do you mean by that? Everything was
just
a question.
Yeah, everything was questioned before. You know, we had, you know, with you know, previous players, it was always like, well, this is the way I hear it in my head. Well, yeah, well, what about the rest of us? What about the way we hear it in our head, or what we want to do? And it was starting to not feel like a band scenario. It was kind of like, you know, and that's when it was not that it wasn't fun. It was fun. It was exciting because it was new, but the fun was everybody was kind of in a different position mentally. And now it's like, you can say whatever you want. Hey, why don't you put this in there? Okay. Or why don't you try it this way? Okay. We didn't have that. It's not that we didn't have it. We just, it was a different scenario, you know, a month ago than where we are now. It's much better. Everybody's excited. Everybody's happy to be there. Everybody's happy to see each other. It's different, man. I mean, that's part of the problem that we had with Kicking Kate is, you know, when you're with people for so long, or 8 months, you know, there's little nuances of people that can ruin it. It sucks because, I mean, we were right there with Pop Evils of the world and Hollywood Undead, and then we were all in that genre of the late, you know, mid 2000s where everyone was coming up. And I think we finally had our pedal to the metal, and we were right there. And then just internally, shit, it fucks up all the time. And it's like, you can't have that. If there's something that's not right, you got to change it now, because it's going to turn into a cancer, and it's going to affect you when you got more shit going on. And it's hard to build momentum and then stop it and then build it again. So it's like, the minute you feel like something's not right, you got to make a change.
You gotta, okay, that makes sense, because I actually have a couple other friends whose bands got signed in, who have been doing pretty well and had really good momentum. And one of the bands, they've changed their drummer 3 times.
Yeah, dude, nobody understands, man. All bands are up under so much shit right now between the pandemic and you know, things being closed and venues not being open, and you can't tour, and you know, some bands can't do radio, and it's expensive, and it's just, there's so many things that people don't understand. It doesn't matter what band it is, it's fucked up right now. And to get momentum build up with all the money you put behind it to build that, to then have it stop or slow down. Dude, we've had to make so many bridges when this came out. I mean, when we talked the first time, you know, this band was created in 2019 in like October, and then we recorded over Christmas to New Year's, and then we get a deal, and then it's COVID hits,
Bang.
and then
Yeah.
do you fucking not put it out? Do you put it out? And at that point now, I mean, these songs are almost 2 years old. And you couldn't do shit. Dude, we didn't have social media presence. We were running at warp speed to get caught up on a website.
Well, like
Instagram.
I told you, I didn't even know who was in the band.
Yeah.
Until I was researching the interview.
Yeah, I saw the email. I'm like, Shep, what are we being all proper for? It's fucking Shep. Just fucking send him an email.
Like, I mean, Bill, what the hell? Yeah. Is that fingers?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. God. But sonsonfire.com is your websites, and yep. All over the internet. And actually, I'll put your video for Just a Man up on our website as well, realrocknights.com, so people can link off that, or you can just go to YouTube and fall down a Sons on Fire rabbit hole.
And Instagram, Sons on Fire Official. I think we just started a Twitter page too.
A caveat to that, and I want everyone that looks at Sons on Fire to go look at the past. Look at some Kick and Kate stuff.
Yeah.
Like, especially your remake of Come Together.
Yeah. We actually played that with when Bumblefoot was in Guns N' Roses. We were playing Vegas, and he actually played it. There's a video on YouTube with Bumblefoot. He's like, dude, I love your rendition. And we're like, what the fuck? This is he was in Guns N' Roses at the time. We're like, what the fuck? He's like, can I play? I'm like, we're all like, holy shit, dude, you guys got phone. Oh, we didn't know if our phones had enough power. We're like, somebody's got a video of this thing. And it was like the coolest thing. He came out and he nailed it. Him and Dustin actually did dual leads. And we extended the song, but it was I think it was from a Dirtbag music event or something that we were doing in Vegas. And he was there, and it was pretty cool. Because he's like, dude, I really love your rendition. We're like, this dude's in Guns N' Roses. He's telling us he likes the rendition of our Come Together. That used to go over well at the festivals and stuff.
That was one of the coolest versions of that song I ever heard in my life. And then who was somebody, I think, was it David Draymond did a version also?
Did he?
And on my station, I put you guys, I was like, fuck this. I put that in my powers. I pulled it out of my recurrence and I put it in my powers, and I put him in the basement because yours was so much better.
That's cool. That's cool. No, those guys are great dudes. I grew up with them in Chicago. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, they've done their thing, but give us a little piece. That's fine. I'll take that.
Sons on Fire, Bill. Thank you so much, man. I really
it was
appreciate
cool,
it.
man.
It's great
Everything came together.
And it's great to see you. Great to see you sitting there. What I didn't even hear what you said because I was in the middle of talking.
I said it was great to finally come together. Pardon the pun.
Okay, and I don't know if maybe I should be like L.A. Lloyd and start counting my guests. Yeah,
you should do.
Second time on the show.
Second time, co-hosting.
Yeah, I was like, actually, I thought that was kind of a good gimmick, though.
Dude, but the funny thing is when we did that, he's like, "Do you guys want to?" I mean, dude, quick story before you go is, I always wanted to be on his show, and I didn't know anything about him per se, but we did the Lou Bruce's, and we're in the Octane with Jose, and we did all that. But the only show we could never get on was L.A. Lloyd's Rock 30, and somehow I ended up moving to Texas, and I realized when he's in Austin, I reached out to him, and he comes to my restaurant, and we talked, and I sent him this email. I said, I sent you this email in like 2009. You never responded to me. He's like, dude, I get so many emails.
Yeah.
Dude, now when he comes to us, we co-hosted his biggest show of the year over Thanksgiving. We were actually in the studio. That was like a bucket list. It's just, for some reason, I think he's so pro the way he talks. I think he's, I love his format. He's very cool to new bands. He's not pretentious. He's just a real deal dude. And now that we're friends and like he's a mentor of ours, dude, he's like the coolest dude. And he's got so much history and stories on, what to do, what not to do. Dude, that's invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
totally. No,
but but when I finally got on the show, I was like, God, dude, you don't know how long. He's like, dude, really? I'm like, yeah, you never even responded to my email. And he's like, yeah, I get so many emails all the time.
I've had his show on my station since like it was a joke, since it was like Shep FM, like way back in the day. And it's just, I've kept it. I'm it's one of the most professional. And yeah, I like the fact that he's not pretentious and he treats the bands very, very well.
Equal,
and
dude. You can talk to me, or you can talk to Lizzie Hale, or you can talk to Draymond, or you can talk to, Lamb of God guys, or you can talk to whoever, but he treats everybody the same. It doesn't matter if you're 30 or number one on his chart. You're just a dude and he's the same, and that's what's cool. Like I said, there's probably, I could probably maybe 2 handfuls of guys that are the same, regardless of whether you're Steven Tyler or a shitbag like me or whatever.
You're not just a shitbag.
But so it's like 10 guys that it doesn't matter what goes on. It doesn't matter if you're having a good day, a bad day. You can say, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, and it's like you can go a month or 2 without talking to them, and it'll be like you talk to the guy the next day. Those are the real dudes.
That's the way it should be, though. That's totally. It's like we hadn't talked for 12 freaking years or something like that. And it was like we saw each other yesterday.
We did this. And I think you're on one of our videos. I think our remake of Beastie Boys. I think you were in the video that we have on YouTube. You're in it, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Taste of Madison, I think. You're like side stage and somebody panned. I'm like, there's Shep.
It's like, hello, okay, photobomb. All right, well, great. I'm famous. Awesome.
Yep. Infamous.
Infamous. Well, Bill, appreciate it, and your next one, I'm going to be talking it again because I know that's going to be hot as hell.
You're going to like this one, dude. This one's what they call a banger.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll hold you to that.
Yep.
I will hold you to that. Sons on Fire. This is Just a Man. It's sitting at number 18 on Foundation's rock radio charts. This is Real Rock Nights.